Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are safe and healthy at your place. I'm Asha Biz. Today I welcome you all in class 6 civics, the third chapter, what is a government. Before this, dear students, we discussed the first part of this chapter. Today we are going to take the second and final part of this chapter. Before starting with the second and final part, let's have a quick revision of the first part. Dear students, in the first part, we understood about the meaning of government. We also discussed that how it is important and what kind of role it plays in our life. As well as we had a quick introduction of the three levels of government, that is the local, state and national level government. So here we'll start with the second and the final part of this chapter today. So let's begin. Laws and the government. How the government makes certain laws. Here in this slide we'll understand this. The government makes laws and everyone who lives in the country has to follow these. Okay, these laws are meant for the people, those who are living in the country. They are supposed to follow those rules and regulations which are made by government so that there can be peace maintained in the society. This is the only way through which the government functions. This is the only one and only way through which the government plays or does its roles in a proper way so that everything can be well maintained in the country. Without these laws, the government's power to make decisions is not of much use, because without rules and regulations or without laws, there is no path which is followed by the people in a way in which nobody get disturbed. So government makes different rules and regulations, and it is the most important power of the government which allows the government to create or to take certain decisions. And without these laws, there is no use of the government, because to govern a country, the government needs certain rules and regulations which need to be followed by all the people, those who are living in the country. Laws and the government, these two things are very much associated with each other. For example, we can say that in our country or everywhere, wherever we want to drive any vehicle, we need to have a driving license. Government has made certain rules and regulations that if we drive any vehicle without a driving license, in that case we may be imprisoned or as well as we may be fined if we are not carrying our license. This is a rule or regulation, or you can say a law made by the government, and if we don't follow it, we might be jailed or fined, as I have already told you this. Without these laws, the government's power to make decisions is not of much use. Means these laws make the government powerful. By making these laws, one important thing which comes here, that these laws should be implemented in a proper way in the society. If these laws will not be enforced on the society, then there will be no use of these rules or laws. In addition to that, if anybody, any citizen of the country doesn't follow the rules and regulations made by the government, in that case the government takes strict actions against that individual. There are also steps that people can take if they feel that a particular law is not being followed. The laws are meant to be followed by the citizens of a country. If a particular law or rule is not followed in a country by the people, if a person feels, for example, that they were not hired for a job because of their religion or caste, okay, if there is a discrimination as per the religion or caste of a person, In that case also, that individual can approach the court at different level to get justice for all these situations. And the court can then give orders about what should be done. The court will investigate first of all, will identify whether the question raised about this post is true or it's correct or not. Then if the judiciary, or you can say the court, finds any truth behind that, then they gives, you can say, justice to that individual so that he or she can be hired on that for that job. Moving forward, here in this slide we'll discuss about the types of government. Who gives the government this power to make decisions and enforce laws? Obviously, our constitution has given the power to the government to make it functional in a proper way, to make rules, regulations and laws, to maintain peace and harmony in the society. First of all, here in the types of government, we'll learn about monarchy. This form of government in which king or queen has the power to make decisions and run the government. In the monarchy, there are kings and queens rule. They make certain decisions to run the government. Monarch here is known as the king or queen. They have power to make certain rules and regulations. The monarch may have a small group of people, and they among us themselves they discuss different matters, but finally the decision making power is in the hands of the king or queen, you can say. Here also I have written the monarch have a small group of people to discuss matters with, but the final decision making power remains with the monarch, and monarch is the king or queen. They discuss among us themselves, among us the group of people, about a certain problem, but finally the decision is taken by the king or queen, that is the monarch. Representatives, democracies. Here in representatives or democracies, we can understand that it is a type of government in which people do not participate directly. They do not govern the state or a government directly, but what they do, they participate in an indirect way. Instead, what they do, they choose their representatives from certain territories or from certain reasons. They elect their representatives, and those elected representatives represent the whole area or the people in the processing of the government. Democracy and democratic government. Democracy is ruled by the people. Okay, this is very important in a democratic form of government where the actual power lies in the hands of common people. So that is why democracy is ruled by the people. The basic idea is that people rule themselves by participating in making of these rules. Here directly people participate in making rules or regulations by the government. There are other places in the world where people have also struggled to have democracies. Like we just discussed about the monarchy, where the king or queen's decision is the last and the final decision. And people across the world, those who are facing the monarchy system of government, they struggled a lot to have a democratic form of government in their country. You know that now you know that the main feature of a democracy is that the people have the power to elect their leaders. So in a sense, a democracy is ruled by the people. That is why, because they are selecting their own leaders in a democratic form of government, that is why it is a government in which the rule is done by the common people. The basic idea in that people rule themselves by participating in the making of these rules. They participate in making rules. Democratic government in our times are usually referred to as representative democracies, that we just discussed in the previous slide, where people did not participate directly in the functioning of government, but they elected their representatives, and those representatives represent later they represent the people, those who have selected them. Voting rights, that is, this is the most important right which the people, those who are 18 or above years age, they have. In their earliest forms, governments allowed only men who owned property and were educated to vote. Now earlier what used to happen, that time only men, only male members of the society were allowed to vote, and that too the people, those who were rich, they were having property or they were rich, they were allowed to vote. Okay, not every individual was allowed to vote that time, only few people from the society, those who are having a good wealth and male members only, they were allowed to vote. Universal adult franchise, this was the great revolution in the society. A government cannot call itself democratic unless it allows what is known as universal adult franchise. Okay, so in this case, what we can say, that a government, you cannot say a government, a democratic form of government, until and unless it allows its all citizens, those who are 18 or above year age, to vote and to elect their own leaders. This means that all adults in the country are allowed to vote. All adults, it means that the people, those who are 18 years of age or above, they are allowed to vote or to choose their leaders. So this is all about this chapter. Hope you understood the concept. Watch both the videos, both the part of this chapter together. Try to make your own notes and learn this chapter in a better way. So take care and have a good day.